Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Marshall Thundering Herd and the Lakers. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Coach Gibson told me before the game, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Marshall Thundering Herd will go on offense first to start this game. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And this guy's developed quite nicely as a security blanket for his quarterback. Running inside, it's Boston. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed in the middle. It's Payne. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll run it from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Marshall will be forced to punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. Makes a move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. In their last win, he had a 100-yard game and scored 3 times. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back to throw. It's Hainsworth. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And now the Lakers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And now the Lakers will bring the punt team onto the field. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job of getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Lakers. The defense takes matters into its own hands. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Boston. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Try and play action. Here comes the heat. And they got it. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires on the move. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They'll field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Let's get a chance to send out the offense to open this drive. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Looking downfield, it's Hainsworth. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And now the Lakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Hard running there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Leaves it with the back. There's a crease. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Leaves it with the running back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to pass, it's Hainsworth. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Snagged in the middle, it's Payne. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Boston. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Marshall quick to the line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. With the catch, it's Hamilton. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. From the gun, wants to pass. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. Defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Keeps it on first down, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Slips through the line. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At midfield, he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw, it's Hainsworth. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. The give from the gun. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And this offense, man, it's just been a struggle. I think guys, like, they've struggled to get points on the board and to move the ball consistently. And so I love the shot right here before the half, but they got to find something to hang their hat on, something they do really, really well. Because going into the half, there's not been a lot to talk about in a positive way.
They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Wants to go right back downfield. Makes the catch. It's Payne. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Boston. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Lofts one high and deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us.
Ready. 18, red, go.
First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point.
Got a little grass. The 50. Past the 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Rush is on him. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he's dragged down. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? A strike downfield. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Marshall quick to the line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You've got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Marshall will be forced to punt. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Lakers get a chance to send out the offense to open this drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He leaves it with his back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
To the air, it's Hainsworth. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The play action fake. Fires left. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. That's caught. It's Hamilton. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Marshall quick to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Well, that's now the 2nd missed field goal for this kicker, and I'll tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Thanks to grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And now the Lakers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Hainsworth. Pulls it in, it's Hicks. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as they stop him behind the line on 4th down. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback will keep it. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hamilton. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The Lakers get a chance to send out the offense to open this drive. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Good timing on the quick out. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Hainsworth. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. So they'll use a timeout here, 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Booster.
To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's awesome. All the way! Touchdown, Lakers! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. He'll start this drive going to the air. He finds a dead spot in the middle. There he goes. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Marshall quick to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Got it in the middle, it's Norton. He'll work his way down to the 28. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. from the gun. The running back looking for room. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Hainsworth. Got his man on the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Well, they haven't been able to get it done on fourth down so far today. They've missed on their first two attempts. Is the third time the charm. Makes the grab over the middle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Hainsworth. Shoots it to the left. Got a man, it's Frederick. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up.